Hey, welcome back to my Tinyverse. In the recent time I got at least twice the question about isopropane alcohol, IPA, as a coolant or lubricant when cutting aluminium. And here I am using a DCMT 0702 insert, 0.2mm corner radius, cutting a small cone in aluminium. This is on this step here, about 6mm in diameter. And I wanted to show you the difference between cutting dry and cutting with the alcohol. I took a roughing pass first just to get my 0, and now I'm dialing in 20 microns in diameter. So I did the roughing pass so I get an even depth of cut on my test cuts that I want to show you. So let's go. 20 microns. And a fairly slow feed. We're running at 1800 RPM and a feed of, I'm not exactly sure, I will put that somewhere in the video. Okay, it doesn't look terrible, but it's also not looking brilliant. And now again, same depth of cut, 20 microns in diameter, with isopropane alcohol flat cooling. I think you can clearly see the difference between those two surface finishes. This is close to mirror-like. It's not an optical mirror, but it's really a darn good finish. And the alcohol definitely makes a difference. I also read the comment that alcohol is not a lubricant, and that's not true, I would say. Even water is a lubricant. It changes the coefficient of friction between surfaces, so it's lubricating. Have you ever slipped on a wet tile floor? Well, I would say water can be slippery as heck, and the same thing is true for alcohol. As you can see, it makes definitely a difference. Surface finish here is bloody darn good. And the industry uses this too. Ultra precision lathe that cut mirrors in copper or aluminium use alcohol flat coolant or alcohol mist coolant. Datron, which makes high-speed routers for primarily cutting aluminium, use ethanol mist for cooling and chip evacuation. The nice thing about using alcohol, which I like it a lot, is because it flashes off very cleanly and leaves a clean part, a clean machine, and the chips are also clean, so easier to recycle. There is a danger, of course, with the alcohol. There are two dangers, three dangers. One of it is there is a health hazard. Alcohol is not good for the body. Second, flame. It can catch fire or explode. And third, some plastics and some materials will react negatively to the alcohol. Like some plastics will create stress cracks if you cut them with alcohol. Plexiglass and polycarbonate can have that happen to them. So be careful there, read the material data sheet if you want to do something like that, and do some testing if necessary. For the explosion hazard, well, with the small amounts that I use here on the lathe or the manual mill, for example, I'm not worried at all. If it catches fire, it will flash off in a second and I will lose an eyebrow. On the CNC router, using it with mist, with the Fogbuster mist system, a little more caution is a good idea. And for the health risk, well ventilated area helps a lot, and keep the amount that you use to a minimum. So the exposure to your body is also to a minimum. And don't drink it. Well, the surface finish is really kind of nice. So I hope you enjoyed, hope you got a little bit out of this quick demo. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be back.